Oh, I heard it there. Hey, welcome my math friends. This is problem number 20. This is your bonus problem. So try to do this without watching the video, but if you totally get stuck, here I am. Let's try this. So we have this fourth order, is that what you call it, a fourth order polynomial? Thank you, Jonathan. And it's 2x to the fourth minus 5x cubed minus 14x squared. So far, so good. And now they're throwing us a curveball, plus ax plus b. So a couple of constants here. They want us to figure this out with the given situation. They're telling you 1 and 4 are zeros to this. So in other words, remember your factor theorem or your remainder theorem, one of those theorems, if you put in 1 and substitute it in, then if it's a 0, that means this whole polynomial is going to turn into 0. That's going to be a root to this problem. So put that in the back of your mind. Think about what that means for your synthetic substitution, your synthetic division. If we divided this whole big old thing by 1, the remainder should be 0. All right? And if we divide it again by 4, since those are both zeros, since they're both factors, the remainder is going to be 0 again. So using that, we're going to be able to solve for a and b. And let's just kind of work through it and you'll see. So I'm going to start with 1. Why not? Actually, why don't I write it? I'm not going to rewrite all this. I'm going to just use the coefficients. All right, so hopefully it doesn't confuse you guys. Just imagine like the x's aren't there for this. So I'm going to bring down the coefficient of 2. 1 times the 2 is 2. The negative 5 and the 2 is a negative 3. 1 times the negative 3, negative 3. That's going to be negative 17. That's going to be negative 17. Now this is where you had that little sound, the record scratching. Ah, what do you do here? Don't freak out. A and negative 17, a minus 17. Just keep going, multiply that. A minus 17, right? And then add those together. And a minus 17 plus b. So you're kind of stuck right here. But you go back and remember, they told us that 1 was a 0. So that means this remainder here has to equal what? 0, right? So this is equal to 0. So that's going to help us a lot. So now we have one equation, but we've got 2 variables, and we know that equals 0. So we can't solve that yet, but we can put that in our back pocket, and then we can do this division one more time, and we should get a second equation, because if you ever have 2 variables, you need 2 independent equations to be able to solve. So let's do this whole thing again, and we can divide by 4 this time, because 4 is also a 0. So I'm going to bring down the 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Negative 3 and 5, and negative 3 and 8 is 5. That's 20. That's going to be 3. That's 12. So a minus 17 plus 12, that's the remainder. And once again, since they told us that 4 was a 0, that remainder has to be 0. So I can set that equal to be 0. And remember, this thing, I just ignored this when I did that second division because this was 0. That was gone. Now we have one equation. I've just got one variable this time. The b is gone. And now I can solve directly for a. So a is going to be 5, right? 5 minus 17 is negative 12. Negative 12 and 12 is 0. There you go. And then once you have the a, then you can come back into here, put it in, you can find b. So 5 minus 17 is negative 12. So b has to equal positive 12, right? Boom. 2 answers. Interesting problem there. Hopefully you guys follow that along. Try it after you watch the video. Don't memorize it. Just try to do it on your own again. Namaste.